You have to watch this. Pay very, very close attention. This is an absolute masterclass in media, manipulation, objectivity, journalism, the truth, everything that affects our country. This is Tucker Carlson in Australia answering a reporter's question. Check this out.
Address today. So you talked a little bit about immigration, and in the past you've talked about how white Australians, Americans, Europeans are being replaced by non-white immigrants in what is often referred to as the Great Replacement Theory. This is the same...
Have I said that whites are being replaced?
Well...
I don't think I said that.
Well, it's been mentioned on your show 4,000 times. And
really, when did I say that?
On your
I said
show,
whites are being replaced?
You have said that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I would challenge you to cite that, because I'm pretty sure I haven't said that. I said native-born Americans are being replaced, including blacks.
Native-born Americans.
Native-born Americans.
And
Americans black Americans have been, African Americans have been in the United States for, in many cases, their families over 400 years. And their concerns are every bit as real and valid and alive to me as the concerns of white people whose families have been there 400 years. So I've never said that whites are being replaced. Not one time. And you can't cite it.
Untrue.
So we just met, but when our relationship starts with a lie, it makes it tough to be friends. So
you've been lying
let's
about
pull
my
that back. I'm happy to explain what I do think.
So.
Well, you actually can't cite it because I didn't say it, and I don't believe it. And I'm telling you that to your face, so why don't you just accept me at face value? My concern is that the people who are born in the country are the main responsibility of its leaders. And as noted earlier, when those leaders shift their concern from the people whose responsibility it is to take care of to people around the world, to put their priorities above that of their own citizens, that's immoral. And they are being replaced in my country, people who are born in the United States. And the birth rate tells the whole story. They are not at replacement rate. And so the US population is growing because we're importing people from other countries. And my view is that happy people have children, and a functioning economy allows them to do that. And we don't have that. And so you need to fix the economy and fix the culture and make it so that people who want to have kids can. You don't just go for the quick sugar fix of importing new people. Like, that's my position. And if you think that's racist, that's your problem.
I never called you a racist.
But of course you are suggesting, and
well,
I must say, one of the reasons people don't like people like you in the media is that you never say exactly what you mean. Your slurs are all by implication, and you're about to tell me the Great Replacement Theory is racist or anti-Semitic, whatever. I've said what I've said to you right now like 100 times in public. I hope to, if I live long enough, say it 100 more times. I think it's completely honest and real, not racist or scary. It's factually true. It's not a theory, it's a fact. And the whole point of your question was to be like, you're a scary racist.
Well, I haven't.
And my response is, no, I'm not. Okay, well, how about no more lying in your questions, and then I'll answer it.
Okay, well, this is the same theory, or as you say, idea, that has inspired the New York Buffalo shooting where 11 black Americans were killed. Two white Americans were killed. Like, and it's also inspired...
it's not, first of all...
It's inspired one of the worst Australian guns of all time.
How do they get people this stupid in the media? I guess it doesn't pay well. Look, I'm sorry, I've lived among people like you for too long, and I don't mean to call you stupid. Maybe you're just pretending to be, but I'm totally against violence. I'm totally against the war in Ukraine, for example, which doubtless you support. And like all dutiful liberals, support more carnage. I don't. I hate mass shootings, actually. Nothing I said, what does it mean to inspire something? My views are not bigoted against any group. They're honest. They're factual. That's not hate. That's reality. And my views derive from my deep concern for Americans, actually. Americans aren't having kids because they can't afford to. And nobody in charge cares. And so that's my position. That doesn't inspire mass shootings. How dare you try to tie me to some lunatic who murdered people? How dare you, actually? And in fact, I mean, do you know what I mean? I'd be like, Hitler wore those shoes. A lot of people are saying that you're like Hitler. Can you explain those shoes? Hitler wore exactly the same shoes. And you're like, I've got nothing to do with Hitler. Well, that's how I feel about your absurd, disingenuous question.
Right, so therefore you support gun control?
What? I thought it couldn't get dumber, but it did. No, I don't support disarming law-abiding people so they can't defend themselves. So the government has a monopoly on violence? I don't think so. First of all, in my country, that's illegal, as you know. But moreover, it should be illegal in every country. A sovereign person has the right to defend himself and his family. Period. And that said, I'm totally opposed to harming anyone, have you been calling, are you concerned about the war in Ukraine? And the countless innocents being murdered there every single day? I doubt you are. Probably Putin bad. I am. I'm a Christian. I hate violence. I hate mass shootings. I have guns at home and often on my person when I'm in the United States, I'm proud to say, because I want to defend myself and those I love against violence. That's the point. I'm not perpetrating crimes. I'm not shooting strangers. I'm defending what I love. And if you're against that, I guess I would ask why. Why would you be against that?
Well, so you don't think you harbor any kind of responsibility for these hate crimes?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be charitable. I was like, maybe you're just pretending to be dumb. Now I don't think it's an act.
Tucker, thank you for taking those questions. I'm sure you enjoyed some
Actually, I
questions from the
loved it. I
press.
just feel sorry. I mean, because I got here and the country's so unbelievably beautiful and the people are so cheerful and funny and cool and smart. I'm like, your media's got to be better than ours. It can't just be a bunch of castrated robots reading questions from the boss. And then it turns out it's exactly the same, maybe even a tiny bit dumber.
Castrated robots reading the script from the boss. Does that sound familiar, anybody? I would love to hear what your thoughts on that amazing decimation by Tucker Carlson with eruditeness, with truth, objectivity, all the things that we hold near and dear as journalists, as what we count on from our professional writers, journalists, broadcasters, media entities. I mean, you could almost tell the reporter literally got the entire playbook from MSNBC, CNN, just, regurgitating, vomiting up these talking points. And he just did such an amazing job of pinpointing every single hypocrisy, every single manipulative way of trying to change the narrative. And sadly, that was an actual reporter. And sadly, that is representative of God knows how many radical, extreme, not Democrats. These are not Democrats anymore. Radical, extreme, anti-American, anti-free speech, freedom liberals who is going to go back to their audience and tell them Tucker Carlson attacked me. Tucker Carlson doesn't take responsibility. Tucker Carlson wants you to enjoys mass shooting. Tucker Carlson felt threatened and animated and acted so fuddled and befuddled by a simple question. No, he was appropriately agitated by the hypocrisy of you. He was appropriately animated, appropriately pissed off at the sick and twisted, ongoing, endless labyrinth game of this hypocritical, manipulative, lying, dishonest, extreme left. I really just, I had to share that with you guys. I just thought that was so powerful because this is exactly the blueprint. This is exactly the playbook of everything that I've not only witnessed as a human being, not only seen, not only observed, but as somebody who's taught at some of the top universities and worked with these people and been commissioned to Washington to actually meet with these kinds of people and work with them as well. And in my own research as a media company now, as a media entity, broadcaster, independent journalist, in my own due diligence, qualitative and quantitative research, time and time again, they twist, churn, lie, deceitful, manipulative, downright egregious manner in which they present information to their audience. It's so unbelievably irritating. And I mean, that's just, I'm being very, very mild by saying just irritating. It just pisses me off, to be honest, because enough is enough. We're sick and tired of it. Thankfully, with channels like myself, which is why you've got to tap that thumbs up and share this. I don't care. It's not about vanity. It's not about me. You've got to tap that thumbs up so we can spread awareness. Everybody needs to see this powerful 6-minute speech, this rant against the lies that have been perpetrated on our country. 81 million votes going to the vegetable in chief. 81 million votes. Are you out of your frickin' mind? How does that make any sense? Well, The way that it makes sense is by reporters like that using such unbelievably maniacal, downright evil methodologies to contort narratives to their own means and their own design. That's how it happens. When I say tap the thumbs up, it sends a signal to the algorithm to push our video to more people. The more people who are informed and educated, which is the goal of my channel, the more they can make better formed decisions. When citizens, our fellow citizens, make better citizens, not just of America, citizens of the globe, citizens of the human race, when we all make better informed decisions, that benefits everybody. So that's why I say tap the thumbs up. But let me know in the comments down below if you made it this far. Don't forget, in the pinned comment, show notes, and description is our free, absolutely free newsletter, so you never miss out. Become a Nez Nation Insider. All you got to do is give us your best email. Boom, lickety split. It's fast. We never spam. I never share your email, and you'll never miss out on all the greatest, truthful, up-to-date breaking news and current stories that mainstream media won't cover and won't twist and churn to their own design right to your inbox. Check out these videos coming up on the screen down there. Follow and subscribe down there. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless all of us, including America. I'll see you soon.